Welcome to the Ultimate Sales Navigator workflow from prospect to close in record time. If you're wasting time on LinkedIn trying to close deals only to come up short, Sales Navigator could be a very powerful tool for you, but without a clear system, it could feel overwhelming. What if you can streamline your sales process on finding the right people? Now, you have to realize that before you can find the right people, you need to have the right strategy. I believe that the right strategy will save you a decade. And most people are spinning their wheels when it comes to their strategy because they don't have a clear way to identify who is a perfect lead for them. They mix up the idea of having a prospect based on the need that a person might have and having an actual lead. Do you guys know the difference between a prospect and a lead? Let me know in the chat if you guys actually know the difference between having a prospect and having a lead. There's a very big difference between a prospect and a lead. And today we're going to talk about how to find those people, how to be able to make sure that they'll respond to you. And I've done this many, many times in the past. Jen, can you get rid of all the note takers, just simply there's room for more
Yes.
people? Thank you. So we have a couple more people joining here right now. So that's exciting. Welcome, everybody, to our webinar. My name is Joe Applebaum. If this is the first time that you're here in the chat, say first time. If you've seen me before, let me know how many times you think you've seen me in the chat. And so this way we can kind of get to know each other a little bit and see who's here. Greg says 3x times. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm also curious to know, what version of LinkedIn do you have? A lot of people are not willing to pay for a LinkedIn. And what I say, people that pay attention. So this workshop is called the Ultimate Sales Navigator Workflow from prospect to close in record time. So if you're wasting hours on LinkedIn trying to do what you need to do, let me hop right into LinkedIn and show you. There's something called the ladder of success. And so let me know where you stand on the ladder of success. Some people are absent, some people are lurkers, some people are networkers, and some people are influencers. So I actually wrote a post about it 10 minutes ago, and it automatically went on because I submitted it to go on by itself. I actually scheduled it right before this event. So if you guys want, you can comment on it with your status, or you can put your status in the chat over here, or both. But I shared the link with you guys so you guys can see it. One of the things that I like to do is make sure that before I'm on Sales Navigator doing anything, that I actually have a post that's live. Because one of the things that I've noticed is when I send hundreds of messages to people on Sales Navigator, what ends up happening is they go to my profile and they see what I'm up to. And if I haven't posted in many months, like for example, I'm going to go into my messages right now, and then I'm going to filter for InMail. You see, it says InMail here. So InMail is the people that have messaged me that they're not necessarily connected to me. So if I click on InMail, I can see who are the people that are messaging me that are not necessarily connected to me. So I'm going to go to Norm, for example. You see the way Norm's profile comes up over here? So this is what it would look like naturally when somebody sends you a message that you're not connected to. You'll see that they have a subject line, and you see the way this guy's right, blah, 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 blah. And today's fast paced, blah, blah, blah. There's no way in hell that I'm reading that. You guys get that? I'm not going to read that. That is way, 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 way too long. So I'm just going to click on Norm's profile just to take a look at who Norm is. And I noticed that Norm has 111 connections. So he doesn't have any followers. He doesn't have an image or a background image.
Mm.
And it's a total crappy profile with no posts over here. So I can totally tell that this person is just spraying and praying. Now, this is a great prospect for me as a person who's spending money sending messages to people and not doing all the right things. So I will just pick up the phone and call this guy and have a conversation with him. And it would be a great prospect for you if you were an affiliate of EviAI or of Evergreen. Because this, if you're getting inbound trash like this, is a great opportunity for you to respond to that and say something like, do you want to learn how to actually get results from LinkedIn? I can introduce you to somebody. Let me know. Or are you using AI or something that would just ask them a question to break their sequence because they're obviously using automation? But the idea is using Sales Navigator correctly means learning how to use the platform and understanding the difference between Sales Navigator and Premium. So I'm looking at the chat and I see some people have Premium plus Sales Navigator. Some people just have Premium. You can get a free 30-day trial of Sales Navigator. And I'm just going to quickly show you how to find your leads within Sales Navigator pretty quickly. So if you go into Sales Navigator and you click on lead filters, you're going to have 34 different search filters within Sales Navigator, just like this. So Greg, I'm just showing you how Sales Navigator works, even if you're not familiar with it. There are many more search filters here than there are on the standard LinkedIn. Sarah asked if the recording is available. Yeah, the recording is available. The interesting about Sales Navigator is that you can, like, for example, see who recently posted on LinkedIn within your niche. So in the chat, tell me what your niche is. Who are the people that you're targeting? And if you're not sure what your niche is, you can just write not sure. If it's just business owner, that's not good enough. You need to have a real niche. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search my niche, which is a sales manager. Okay, so I'm going to search for a sales manager that recently posted on LinkedIn. And let's just see how many sales managers recently posted on LinkedIn. I'm going to pull that up right over here. And as you can see, I have lots of sales managers that recently posted on LinkedIn. There's over 100,000 of them. So I got to filter a little bit lower to a geography, and I'm going to do sales managers in New Jersey. Okay, so I'm going to do include in New Jersey. So I see that some of you are not sure. By the way, if you're not sure, then you probably need the Evergreen networking system to help you identify the plan, the people, and the promise so you have the right messaging. If you have the wrong messaging, it's not going to work. You're not going to get results. You're not going to get through to anybody. So if I want to message this guy over here, he's a sales manager. You see, I've never messaged him before. He's a national sales manager in North Jersey in Point Pleasant Beach. This guy's name is Patrick Murphy. So why would this guy want to respond to me if I send him a message? That's what I really need to be thinking about. Why would this guy actually want to respond to me? So I like targeting people that have gold icons on their profile. And the reason I like targeting people that have gold icons is because they're paying, and people that pay, what? Ladies and gentlemen, people that pay what? People that pay attention. That's right. People that pay attention. Jen, make sure that you're looking at the waiting room, please. So if I take a look at Patrick here and I click on this, I don't have a lot of information about Patrick just by looking at his name. I see that he's a sales manager. But if he's a sales manager at a company and I'm targeting a specific company in New Jersey that's a sales manager, I know a few things. I know that his title is sales manager. I know that the geography is New Jersey. And I know that he recently posted on LinkedIn, right? Those are the three things that I know. So I can leverage that information. I could also go to his profile by clicking on his name and just quickly inspecting his profile. So when I click on his name, there's a little window that opens up on the side that shows me. I see he doesn't have a background banner. I do see he has his email address front and center here. You see that? His email address is available right here, which I like. I also see that he recently reshared a post. And I see that he was working at the company for just 3 months. That means he's brand new in his role. And before that, he was a product specialist and he was in business development for a while. But now he's a sales manager for this company. So this guy's fresh for the picking. He's fresh for the picking, ladies and gentlemen. He's paying for LinkedIn. He's obviously not sure how to use it because what's he doing over here? You see that? He's actually looking to hire people also. He's a sales manager looking to hire sales reps, it looks like. And so what I can do is I can easily message him and say something related to the facts that I know about him. Now, if I want to be able to say something to him right over here, I can figure out what to say, or I can have templates that I have ready. You see that? I have lots of different templates for things that I can possibly say to sales managers. I can also have Evie AI create templates for me with my template generator. So if you guys want the template generator, say I want the template generator in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to send it to you guys on me. But the idea is this guy right over here is a guy that I can probably get through to. Now, I'm not sure if he's currently on LinkedIn at this moment, but I'm going to say for Patrick only. And then I'm going to open up my Evie AI side panel because I don't want to actually have to type anything. And Evie AI helps me type things by me having a little microphone here. And I'm going to say something like, I noticed that we are both in New Jersey and that you recently got hired as a sales manager. And I'd love to learn more about the people you're looking to hire as well as what your goal is with LinkedIn. Are you open to sharing what you're up to? Now, I'm going to press insert and I'm going to press question mark here. I'm going to turn this off here because I don't need the side panel open now. But do you see the way EviAI typed everything here? Now, I'm making something called an observation. Do you guys know what an observation is? When you walk over to somebody and you make an observation about them and you ask them a question that's very, very short. I noticed that we're both in New Jersey. You recently got hired as a sales manager. I'd love to learn more about the people you're looking to hire as well. What is your goal at LinkedIn? Are you open to sharing what you're up to? You see that? I'm going to send him a message now. Now, if this guy responds to me, what do you think will happen? We're going to have a conversation back and forth. I could see that he's hiring because he posted that he's hiring. We're going to have a conversation back and forth. And then I'm going to try to get him on the phone to learn more about him. Now, did I try to sell him anything here? Most people are trying to sell people things. I didn't sell him anything because nobody comes to a networking event to buy. Remember, on the other end, he's getting it like this. He's getting it like a regular message that's popping up right over here, like this InMail. If I started with, hey, Joe, I noticed you're in the blah, 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 and I'm blah, 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 and blah, 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 that's already a salesy email, a message. You get the difference between the way I sent it, like it's a regular DM versus this long ass message here that I'm never going to read. Because the truth is, I just look at it like this. And often what will happen is I'll be on the homepage and it'll pop up on my messages and I won't even see the whole message that comes up. I'll just see a little portion of the message. So if I click on InMail here, just to kind of show you what that InMail looks like, and I pop this open, do you see I didn't even see his whole message? I just saw the beginning part of the message. And most of the time it opens up like this. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? When a message just pops up like that? Have you ever been on LinkedIn's feed and suddenly it just popped up like that? So this is a big problem that a lot of people that are using LinkedIn have, is that you have no idea what's going on the other side. And you never even thought about it. I want you guys to start thinking about what the customer is experiencing, what the prospect is experiencing, what the lead, what the networking person is experiencing on the other side. People don't think about that, and they just send these long messages that never even get seen. Now, if you received something, if your name was Wendy and he said, for Wendy only, do you think that Wendy would want to look? For Wendy only, what is going on here? For Patrick only. Do you guys get what I'm saying? I'm only sending it to Wendy, and I'm only sending it to Wendy, and Wendy happens to be hiring. And I want to know, like, I took the time to look, so you're probably more likely to actually respond because I only send it to Wendy. I could take it to the next level and leave a comment on Wendy's post. I could take it to the next level and send a connection request to Wendy. I could take it to the next level and call Wendy, pick up the phone and call Wendy, especially if I see that they're currently active right now. There are many things that you can do with Sales Navigator that a lot of people don't realize that you can do with Sales Navigator, but you have to understand how the person perceives it. Psychology will dictate action. So think about the psychology of the person that you're hitting up. And if you're selling them, everyone hates to be sold. It's the number one thing that people hate, is to be manipulated, is to be sold, is to be taken advantage of. But you know what people love to do? People love to buy things. They love to buy things they don't need for people they don't like with money they don't have. Go to Walmart. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's lines of people buying things they don't need. And I look in people's carts sometimes and be like, do you really need that? And then they look at me and smile and they're like, I don't, but I'm going to buy it anyway because it makes me feel good. And then we have a whole conversation. And then I say, can you scan my LinkedIn QR code? I'm curious to know if it works. And when they scan it, I can see who they are. Now, if they say, I'm not on LinkedIn, red flag. For me, if someone's not on LinkedIn, they don't exist to me. If someone's not using LinkedIn to me, they don't really exist in my world. because they're not really serious about business. Somebody I recently spoke to told me, he said, Joe, there are no real serious CEOs on LinkedIn. I looked at the entire entrepreneurs organization. I looked at the entire young presidents organization. I looked at the entire Inc. 5000 list. Over 90% of them are on LinkedIn. And these are the fastest, biggest, most successful privately held companies in the world. Fastest growing companies. And people are on LinkedIn. Maybe they're not posting like me and you because most people don't post. I want you guys to really think about that. So I'm going to show you my template generator right now just to quickly show you how quickly we can generate templates. And you don't need to pay me anything for this. This is completely on me. I'll show you how it works. This is called the Simple Template Generator. You go in here, you answer these questions. What's your full name, your professional title, your company name? How would you describe what you do in one sentence? Who do you help and how do you help them? Your calendar link. And if you don't have a calendar link, you just write calendly.com just so that it doesn't error out. Your LinkedIn profile, your website. If you don't have a website, just write website.com. Your email address, your cell phone number, a free resource that you have. If you don't have a free resource, just put in your LinkedIn profile here. One impressive result that you had in your business. If you're not sure what it is, make it up just so that you see what the templates get generated. Do you have any specific messaging or keywords? Just figure it out. Add a few keywords here. They don't have to be perfect. You could always change it after. And then your primary role, do you want prospecting, networking, building relationships, referrals? And then finally, what do you want the tone to be? And this is going to create little templates that you could use in order to reach out to people both on Sales Navigator and somewhere else. Very simple templates. Are you curious about how to maximize LinkedIn to book conversations, generate profits? Check out my exclusive webinar replay. Do you see that? Watch the replay. This is powerful. Now, let me show you where I save my templates. I save my templates inside Evi AI. I have a template for my template generator. I have a template for my template generator. So I'm going to click on template generator. I'm going to press copy here. I'm going to change this here. I'm going to go to everybody and I'm going to hit send. So this is my template generator. And somebody said, Joe, isn't this template a little bit salesy? Yes, this template is a little bit salesy. It's definitely a little bit salesy. So you can change it to make it less salesy by adding a curiosity hook here and saying, do you want more info? Let me know. Happy to send you more info. So I'll show you how to turn this into a curiosity hook. So I'm going to take this, copy it. I'm going to go into Sales Navigator. I'm going to go here to this sales manager. I'm going to go to his profile, quickly take a look. See if he actually recently posted. I see he shared a post 2 weeks ago. You see that? He shared a post 2 weeks ago. Can you guys see? I can click on it, see his actual activity. I can click in here, open up Evi AI if I want. Now, if you guys have the regular Evi AI, you'll be able to see it as well. But I'm going to hit generate. I'm going to leave a comment right here for him. Celestio, it's wonderful to see the excitement of the new journey as you dive into fresh challenges, reading the lean startup by blah, blah, offers, blah, blah, blah. So I'm giving him a little tip. I'm going to go ahead and tag him so he notices me. Do you see the way that I tagged him in his post? And I'm one of 10 comments. So I take up 10% of his comment attention, but all the other stuff happened 2 weeks ago and the post already died. So what I'm doing is I'm reviving this post with a mention. Now I'm going to reach out to him and I'm going to send him a message. Now, this message doesn't cost me anything to send. So I can send 800 of these per month to people I'm not connected with remotely. Do you see he's a third-degree connection? That means we have no mutual connections. Do you understand that? No mutual connections. So I'm going to write for sell so only. And then I'm going to put this in. Are you curious of how you maximize LinkedIn to book conversations and generate profits? Check out my exclusive webinar. And what I could do is I can go here and generate something off this, meaning I can have AI regenerate this in a different way. So, and I can completely change it around if I want. Are you curious about how to maximize LinkedIn? And I'm going to remove this a little bit, just like this. And I'm going to say, I outlined a step-by-step process to harness smart workflows and authentic AI assistance. Want more info? Do you see how this is kind of like a little bit different than the other one? It kind of has the meat and potatoes, but it adds a little bit of curiosity. And I'm going to hit send. Guys, what did you notice that I did over here? Tell me what you noticed that I did. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. What did you guys notice that I did there? The likelihood of me getting a response when I send a little thing that's going to show up in that little pop-up window and it's going to show the entire message or most of it is much, much, much higher than when you send paragraphs of paragraphs of paragraphs of things that people are never going to even scroll through. It looks like a personal message. And I also commented on his post. You get this? You can't do this 1,000 times a day, but can you do it 5 or 10 times a day? Can you create 5 or 10 new outreaches that are a little more customized? This is not about spraying and praying. It's about spending 2 minutes with someone that could spend thousands of dollars with your business. 2 minutes. It didn't take me more than 2 minutes to leave a comment, to use my template, to modify it a little bit, to change it, and to send it. So personalizing the message, creating a little bit of curiosity, but using the same meat that you got from the template generator is cool. Okay, for me, that's cool because it saves me a ton of time, and I can add my templates inside Evie AI, and I can modify them to be however I want them to be. Again, the template generator doesn't cost any money. It's on me. You're using my AI credits. I built it myself with AI. I actually built another version of the template generator this morning because I asked AI, I said, tell me how to make the template generator better. And it said, turn it into a multi-step form. So I built the multi-step version of the template generator here. You see this? Multi-step form. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 questions. And then I uploaded the multi-step generator to slash multi-step. So I have the multi-step version. If you want to see the multi-step version, this is the multi-step template generator. Same exact thing, except the JavaScript helps it do multi-step. But the problem is it's all big white thing around it. So whatever, it doesn't look so pretty. But that's me not yet sending the AI this graphic telling it make the color look better according to the graphics, whatever. But do you see the way you have an information preview box here now? So I'm improving the template generator. And again, I used AI to do this. You see? I just did it right over here. This is the template generator multi-step, and it kind of wrote all the code. I pasted it into my Go High Level account on unlimiteddigitalmarketing.com. I just pasted it in here, and then it showed up like this. Boom, just like that. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Questions about this. Did I give you guys some value today? Write value in the chat if I gave you value. Somebody says, are you using Bolt.ai? No, I'm using Claude, C-L-A-U-D-E, the latest version of Claude. I'm paying $20 a month for it. Somebody said, Joe, how do we access your training tomorrow? So tomorrow we have a 2-hour training where we're going to go deep into LinkedIn strategy on how to get clients from LinkedIn. We do this once a month through the Evergreen Networking System. And we're offering a special for anyone that wants to join the Evergreen Networking System, where it's just a few $100s a year that you pay for Evie AI Pro, and then you get the full Evergreen Networking System. So if you want the bundle, just write bundle in the chat. If you have the bundle, just write have the bundle. If you already have Evie AI Pro, then you already have it. But if you need the bundle, just write need the bundle or want the bundle or whatever, interested in the bundle. But if you have it, you have it. It's have the bundle. Okay, so most of you already have it. That's great. If you need the bundle, that means you're going to get unlimited posts, messages, templates, support, save profiles. So we kind of change things around a little bit. So you can actually save profiles from within Sales Navigator as well. So the way the save profile works is, you see somebody, you want to save their profile. Let's say, for example, Tom or Tyler. I want to save his profile. So if it's already saved, it'll say open. I press open, and it kind of opens his whole profile here. We're going to be adding an AI agent that with a click of a button, it'll start doing research on the person. If you think that's cool, write cool. And I already implemented the AI agent into many of our clients' dashboards, where you click one button and the AI agent starts doing research. So it'll open up all the information about the person. You click one button, you look them up on Facebook, Instagram. So this currently works right now. Eventually, we're going to add CRM integration, and we're going to add many other features. But as you can see, you have the ability to do a lot of stuff with the side panel that's a little bit different. I'm going to hit close here and just kind of show you what it looks like over here. So if I open up his profile here, I could see his profile. I can see anybody else's profile here. And then I can click on see recent activity and I could see all the recent activity. But if I want to take it from Sales Navigator and save people to particular lists, let's say I have a list called, if I went into Evie AI, I can create a list called, I'm going to go to save profiles. I'm going to go to manage lists. And then you see it says new list. I can create a list called sales managers NJ. So you see the way I said sales managers NJ? Do you guys see that? I'm going to save it. And now I have a list called sales managers NJ. What I can do is I can find all the sales managers that recently posted that are in New Jersey that have gold icons and that I like, and I can save them to that particular list inside Evie AI. So this way, I'm not just randomly commenting on people's posts. I'm commenting on my ideal target market's posts for only people that are actually posting. That's crazy for me. And then researching them using artificial intelligence. So how do you research someone with AI? You need a dashboard. So I have my own dashboard that I create for each person that has the bundle. This is what my connections dashboard looks like right here. It's very simple. First name, last name, LinkedIn URL, email, company, position, connected on date. And then I have a little AI research button that I can click on. So if I want to click on, for example, the AI research for Tom Beal, I just click on do a little bit of research, and then boom, it starts doing research on Tom Beal and tells me everything about him. It tells me his text message number, his website, his target market, the key solutions, how he helps people, what he does. Literally just breaks down every single thing about the guy. And you have that available for every single one of your connections right now. Murray has it. Anyone that has a dashboard, just say I have a dashboard. If you need a dashboard, just say I need a dashboard in the chat. And I made this dashboard as a bonus for anyone that grabs the Evie AI bundle, just FYI. So having a dashboard is going to be key. You can add your prospects to your dashboard. You can add your first degree connections to your dashboard with a click of a button. So inside Evie AI, you click on Learning Hub, then you click on Quick Links, and you can download your Facebook information or you can download your LinkedIn information. Because as you know, I'm a big proponent of using Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything, not just one thing. But LinkedIn gives you the most information. So if you click on download LinkedIn connections here, it takes you right to LinkedIn where you can press download connections and then you put it into the dashboard and we give you a dashboard just like that. So if you don't already have one and you need one, if you have the bundle, you got an email on how to get your data, how to get your dashboard, but go to the Learning Hub, click on download LinkedIn connection. So here's the workflow that I mentioned that you guys need to do. So the first thing you need to do each morning, if you're using Sales Navigator, remember you have to post on LinkedIn first. Why? Because when I go to Sales Navigator and I load someone's profile, they'll get notified that I loaded their profile, but also they're going to check to see if I posted something. And if I posted something, they're going to value me more. Remember the way I looked at that guy's profile and I totally devalued him because he had no posts, he had nothing on his profile, it was completely vacant? That lacks credibility. So I would say do that. Then I would say engage on 5 posts on your prospects. Make sure that you leave comments on those posts. I showed you how to do it using Sales Navigator. You can also do it for your first degree connections as well using Sales Navigator. So if you want to see which one of your first degree connections in a particular industry posted, so I'm going to check a particular industry, for example, real estate. Let's say I'm targeting people in real estate. And then I'm going to load the rest of the filters. I'm going to click on see all filters, and then I'm going to do posted first degree, people that posted in my first degree connections that are that have the title of sales manager. Instead of sales manager, I'm just going to do broker. Okay, so I'm going to do broker. I'm going to press um, I'm going to press real estate broker here just to kind of show you the real estate brokers in a first degree connection that posted in New Jersey. I'm going to remove New Jersey. Let's just see if I have any real estate brokers that are first degree connections. I have 21 that actually posted. So if I want to be top of mind with the real estate brokers that actually posted, I can save all these real estate brokers onto a list inside Evie AI, and then I can proactively comment on them, or I could message them. These are first degree connections, but I'm using Sales Navigator to determine if they posted or not and what industry they're in. Now, you can do this from the organic side of LinkedIn very quickly. And the way that you do it on the organic side of LinkedIn is you click on search on top, you type in real estate broker. I'm going to press enter. And then I'm going to click on first degree. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to click on see all filters. So you see it says see all filters. Do you see how there's fewer filters here than there are on Sales Navigator? Sales Navigator has many more filters, like recently posted and so on. So I can't see which one of these 655 people actually posted, but through Sales Navigator, I see that there are 21 that recently posted. Do you guys see the difference? This is actually really cool to be able to see this information, and it's only available within the platform with the special search filters. That's the idea. So you don't need Sales Navigator to be successful, but if you have it, you may as well send 800 emails a month to people you're not connected to. No? You may as well get to the limit. I get to the limit every single month with each of the accounts that I have. And I end up getting conversations with people. Let me tell you a story. There's a guy named Michael Goldberg. You ever heard of him? He wrote a book called Knockout Networking. And then he wanted to write a second book called Knockout Networking for Financial Advisors. He hired me to help him with his LinkedIn. I helped him get thousands of new followers on LinkedIn and get new speaking gigs and support him in what he did. So he said, Joe, just to thank you, I'd like to put you in my book. And he got me a chapter in his book called Knockout Networking for Financial Advisors. Well, last week I got a message from somebody that said, Joe, I read you in my book. I heard about you in the book called Knockout Networking Financial Advisors. Can you give me some advice on LinkedIn, about LinkedIn? I'm trying to get onto LinkedIn. So I said, what's your cell? That's what I always tell people. I say, what's your cell? And so he responded with his cell phone number. I didn't have time to call him till Friday. I finally called him on Friday. He picked up the phone, and we had a conversation for about 20 minutes, and he realized that he needs the evergreen networking system. He needs a plan. He needs to identify the people. He needs the promise. He needs the support. And I offered him the bundle for a few $100s a year. He got the bundle. He decided, you know what, I'm going to go buy it right now. And he bought it instantly. It was like instant. He just decided to pay for it. He bought it, and I got a new client. And I realized this a long time ago that when I get into people's books, other people's books that have a lot of credibility, it gives me instant credibility. So I went on Sales Navigator and I messaged this guy the other day, and same thing happened. And he said he was writing a book. And I said, would you like me to add a chapter about LinkedIn to your book? Because the guy has 10,000 clients that are all like coaches and consultants, and he puts them on boards of publicly traded companies. That's what he does for a living. I sent him a message because I was targeting all the people that were on the Inc. 500. I sent him one of these messages. I said, for Martin only. And I just wrote a little question. Are you interested in leveraging LinkedIn better or whatever? Blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you're curious. And he said, yes, I'm curious. I said, what's your cell? He gave me his cell. Turns out he's from Poland. My great-grandparents from my father's side are from Poland. And we had this amazing conversation. He became a client on the phone. And then he said, Joe, I'd like you to write me a chapter for my book. Yes, I would love for you to write me a chapter for my book. He's going to be getting a New York Times bestseller book to his 10,000 clients, and I already wrote the chapter. I did it myself. I wrote the chapter myself. I loved it. I already had the content from other stuff, from the other books that I've written, but I kind of modified it specifically for board members. And then I sent it to him, and he said, brilliant, brilliant chapter. I love it. Now he wants me to do a webinar to his clients as well. This came literally from a Sales Navigator message to a non-connected person. And the shelf life, think about the shelf life of a book, of getting into someone's book. How long will that last? It lasts eternity. After I die, that still will exist, right? After I'm no longer here, that book will still live on Amazon. Some people will still be buying it. Napoleon Hill died a long time ago. His book is still circulating. So I just want you to think about that just for a moment, about the opportunity that you can have, podcast opportunities for joint venture partnerships. Don't just think about, oh, I need a client. Think about, I need centers of influence. I need people that I can get in the door with, that I can close into a relationship rather than into a transaction, than into a sale. So I want you to really think about that. Now, have you written a book yet? Or do you want to write a book? In the chat, let me know. Say, I've written a book. I'd like to write a book. I'm in the middle of writing a book. I'm curious to know what you guys' status is with a book. Because what I often will do is I will send in-mail messages to people saying, I'm writing a book and I'd like your advice on being a sales manager. Open to answer one question to help me. People love to help other people. So if you were targeting sales managers, you can interview those sales managers over DM. You don't even need to get on the phone with them. You can say, I could send you a message over DM to ask you a quick question. Would you be willing to answer one question for my book? And who wouldn't want to get interviewed over DM? It doesn't take much time to answer a question. And even if I wasn't writing a book, I would say that because I would start writing a book. You have to think of ways to access your target market in a way that won't alarm them to think that you're trying to sell them something. Because people want you to communicate with them. They just don't want you to sell them. You get what I'm saying? The same thing works in the dating world. I'm not going to give you a specific example, but it works the same way. I want you to think about it with your own creativity. If you walk over to somebody, what you need to say in order to get them interested versus you just catcalling. You get what I'm saying? In sales, don't catcall people. It's annoying, it's disrespectful, and it makes people feel distrustful. And it's because they've been taken advantage of in the past. They've been manipulated in the past. It's not really their fault. It's just part of their belief system and their programming. So just take a moment and think to yourself, how can you stand out from the competition? What is your competitive advantage? Now that I showed you some of these tips and tactics, we're going to be discussing 2 hours worth of tips and tactics coming tomorrow at 10 a.m. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to be doing it for 2 hours. It's part of the Evergreen networking system. So if you want in on that and you're not part of the bundle, then definitely get the bundle, and we'll be more than happy to send you that information on how you can access that. Okay. Any questions that you guys have about Sales Navigator, about lead gen? I'm curious to know what questions you guys have. Let me see. I need the dashboard. Okay. Everyone that's part of the bundle gets the dashboard, and we'll send you a video with the details about it. No worries. Let's see. Any questions that you guys have? Darlene says, I need the bundle. I have the bundle value. I need the bundle, Bob said. So if you go to eviai.com/bundle, it's by invitation only. You guys can get the bundle there. Somebody said, do you have an affiliate program? Yes, I have an affiliate program. eviai.com/affiliate. How much is the bundle? It's $984 for the year right now. It's typically $197 a month. It's $984 for the year. You have to pay for the year in order to get all the bonuses. And we're throwing in the LinkedIn Influencer Summit. Now check this out. This is something else that I do, is I make videos and I post them on other platforms. So check this out. I'm going to go on Facebook just to kind of show you this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to refresh my Facebook profile right over here. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll send a LinkedIn connection, a video on Facebook. Like, for example, this video right here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me share my audio when I share so you guys can actually hear my audio. I'm going to share again, and I'll show you the type of video that I'm talking about. I'm going to hit share audio. Then I'm going to click on stereo, and I'm going to press share. Okay. So I'm going to hit play again, and tell me if you can hear it.
Once somebody accepts your connection request, you need...
If you're inconsistent or if you're poor branding, generic content, if you confuse...
Kevin, you're able to hear that? Yeah? Okay.
People.
You cannot be everything to everyone everywhere. I want you to imagine social media as a party.
You don't have to get to 7 figures. You don't have to get beyond 7 figures in order for you to make a good living.
I said, let's treat LinkedIn like a big networking event.
So what I do is I will take this, the way that you get the link to that is you click on the hour. So I'm going to click on 2 hours right there.
Once somebody...
Then I take this Facebook URL, and then I just share it with somebody on LinkedIn. And what ends up happening is I'm taking them from LinkedIn to Facebook. Now we're getting a little more personal. You see that? Very, very powerful. Somebody said, Joe, when I started out, I unfollowed everyone. Now I have 7,600 people, and I only follow about 25 people. Is there a way to follow all of them? There's no way to follow all of them, unfortunately, at one time. I would just open up one profile at a time and follow the people that matter. Most of them don't post anyway on LinkedIn, so just follow the people that post. Andrew says, how do you go live with LinkedIn? Do you do something special? I'm using a tool called Restream.io. R-E-A-S-T-A, Restream, R-E-Stream.io. Danny says, how do you keep track of your leads? Do you have any tool? Yeah, I'm using unlimiteddigitalmarketing.com, which is this tool over here. You see that? So I have all the tools. If I want to call somebody, I just click on the little call button and I keep track of everybody inside an opportunities thing. So I have a few different opportunities um, tabs here. So I have Evie AI Pro opportunities. I have unlimited digital marketing opportunities. I have speaking engagements. I have quite a few opportunities here that I can kind of move people around from stage to stage. You see that? And if I want to call anybody, I could literally just press the call button like this. You see that? And it's ringing. You see the way it's ringing? Can you guys hear it ringing? So anybody, I can literally just pick up the phone and call them. And if they pick up, they pick up. If they don't pick up, they don't pick up. And if they do pick up, I have a conversation with them and build a relationship with them. And if they don't pick up, then I leave them a voice message. So it looks like Chase didn't pick up. So I could leave him a voice. I'm not going to leave him a voice message now, but you guys get the point. The point is having some type of streamlined CRM with opportunities and putting in people in stages is really key. So if somebody's interested, what stage are they interested in? We offer the tool for $249 a month. It's available at www.unlimiteddigitalmarketing.com. It's unlimited users, unlimited contacts, unlimited landing pages. That landing page that I created with the template generator, I created it inside unlimiteddigitalmarketing.com. Thank you, Charles, for putting it in there. And we do support on that as well. Claire says, what sequences do you have if someone hasn't responded to you and our LinkedIn users? So I have different sequences that I have for people. So if for example, one sequence that I have is if somebody is a pending connection request. You guys know how to see all your pending connection requests on LinkedIn? So I send somebody a connection request and they didn't accept my connection request. I'll show you how you can see it. I have an email sequence that I send those people that says, hey, I sent you a connection request, not sure if you got it. In a very simple text-only message, not sure if you got it. Are you open to accepting my connection request? I'm not sure if you've seen it. So if I go into Evie AI, I'll just quickly show you inside Evie AI. You click on Learning Hub, and then you click on Quick Links. And then if you scroll down, there's a lot of different links here. Do you see it says pending incoming connection and then pending sent connection requests? Because on LinkedIn, you would have to do like 6 different clicks to get here. But over here in Evie AI, you just click one button, and then it just goes straight you to all the people that sent it to you. You see that? So Ron Wyatt, I sent him a thing a month ago, and he still hasn't responded. So I can easily go to his profile and add him to a particular, looks at. Even if he wanted to accept it, he might not be able to accept it at this point because I'm almost full connections. I have to remove a bunch of connections in order for it to work. But do you see the way I have his phone number and his email address right here? Can you guys see his email address is right here on his profile? So I would just literally pick up the phone, go into here, go into here, click on contacts. I'm going to click on contacts right here. I could just click on the phone number here for this guy and just hit send, and I could just call him. Now, if I want to add all his information, I can add all his information directly from LinkedIn. If he picks up, and we'll have a conversation, and I'll ask him why he didn't accept my connection request, like what I did wrong to him. I need to know why, like what's wrong, like what have I done incorrectly that you don't. So let's just see what let's see what he.
This call will be
Hi,
recorded
Ron.
for quality purposes.
It's Joe Applebaum. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Ron, it was really nice to meet you at the SAL. I'm not sure if you remember me. This is Joe Applebaum. We're both in New Jersey. Are you in Avenel?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember meeting me at the SAL? At the
Not
Strategic Alliance thing?
really.
Were you there or am I totally off base? Because I sent you a connection request and you didn't accept it. I thought maybe you're angry at me or something.
I'm not sure what event you're talking about.
Okay. Well, were you at Tom Matson's event, the SAL meeting, the Strategic Alliance meeting?
Yeah, I've been going to a bunch of meetings, so I'm
Anyway,
not really
obviously
tabs
I
on
wasn't
it.
very memorable to you, and you totally forgot that I existed. But I sent you a connection request on LinkedIn, and you didn't answer it. And I was thinking to myself, maybe either you were upset about something that I did, but I really wanted to
Oh,
connect with you and learn more about your business. Maybe I'm just being in my head.
no, I have so many things. Right now I'm taking care of my 3-year-old grandson
Oh
because
my goodness, you have a
my my
3-year-old
my
grandson? That's amazing.
yeah,
Congratulations.
we it was my turn. His normal babysitter had a stress test today. So,
Oh no.
but I have a million things going on, and to I think right now I have over 100,000 unread emails.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't send you an email. I sent you a
Yeah.
connection request on LinkedIn, and I noticed that you were
Okay.
doing some things incorrectly on LinkedIn that are stopping you from getting results. I
Well, you are the person I need to speak to.
Oh
You
my
know.
goodness. So this is what I'm going
Yeah.
to do. Just to stand out for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a comment on your post. And when I leave you a comment, you're going to get a little more exposure because I do have 50,000 followers on LinkedIn, so just FYI.
Okay.
So don't feel
Thank you.
don't, so I'll promote you a little bit, but just so you know, LinkedIn's algorithm is not going to show your post to people on the feed because you made a big mistake on your post. But you're busy with your grandson. I don't want to bother you right now, and I feel terrible that I even called you and interrupted you. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you back later tonight, say after 7:30. Would that work for you?
I'm actually doing a podcast tonight.
Okay, what time does your podcast end? Because I can call you right after your podcast because you'll be super energized. And you know me, I love the evening, especially in New Jersey when the weather's going to be beautiful tonight. 9 p.m. Okay, I'll put it in my calendar. Yeah, I can call you at 9 p.m. That's not a problem. My bedtime doesn't start till 10, so I'll call you at 9 and we'll chat more tonight. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. You're a young man. You are a young man. Your success is actually from God. My friend, your success is from God, but word of mouth helps. Word of mouth helps. Yeah, and we're going to help you get more word of mouth. I happen to be trained as a rabbi. I have a business that teaches LinkedIn, but I happen to be trained as a rabbi, but you'll learn more tonight at 9 p.m., okay? Oh.
States.
Oh my goodness. I
I've
want to
been to
hear
various
more.
parts of the world on crusades,
Oh my God. I
and
want to hear
and
all
and
about your
so
crusades.
okay, all
So I'll
right.
talk to you tonight at
If
9, yes?
my apologies, please accept. I'm sorry
No, you're
that I
totally
haven't
cool.
been able to, but I'm anxious to talk to you.
Okay, we will talk again soon. I appreciate you. And you know what? Sometimes God sends people on a mission to connect with another human being to just touch their
I,
soul in a special way. And I'm glad I touched your
I
soul today.
the Bible says the steps of a righteous man are ordered of the
Ah,
Lord. So
you got it
there you
right.
go.
Amen. Amen, Ron. We'll talk again soon,
All right.
okay?
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bye. Was that a transactional conversation or was that love pouring in from my heart? I want you guys to think about that for a second. Most people are trying to sell shit. I'm building a real relationship with a guy that I'm not even connected to. I'm not even connected to this guy. I want you to know his cell phone number is front and center. He's making mistakes. He's anxious to speak to me. His words. And this is not something that was prepared. The guy's busy with his grandson, but he's still picked up. He was willing to talk to me. I could have, it's always nice to give a person space and to get them excited about talking to you later. You know what I mean? You see, you hear the guy, there's kids in the background, there's stuff going on. He can't think straight right now. I need to get him when he's by his computer, ready to talk to me. I have his full attention so he can open up my checkout page and get started. So I can enroll him into changing his life forever. Did you guys notice, by the way, what mistake he made on his post that many people make? I mean, I wasn't just saying that. I wasn't lying. What is the mistake he made? Okay, let's look at his post and you guys can tell me. Let's play this game. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's grab his post. Where's his post? Well, I can't find him because I lost him. So I actually saved him into Evie AI. So you see it says Ron's profile here. Do you see that? I saved him into Evie AI so I don't lose him. Now I'm going to click on see recent activities. Remember, the guy's not even connected to me on LinkedIn. And he doesn't even remember the event he went to. So let's review his post right now and tell me where he went wrong. What did he do wrong that the algorithm will never let this show up? And I'm the only one that will ever comment on his post. I already commented on it, but do you see that? And I tagged him. Let's see. What did he do wrong on this post? So first of all, he put a link inside the post. Ken said, I was at SAL. Love that, Ken. Thank you. That's number one. The post is not too long. He does have kind of a hook, but his hook is terrible. Not a good hook. And if you guys want to see all the hooks, check out these hooks. You guys like hooks? Do you guys like hooks? These are hooks from the top influencers of LinkedIn. These are the influencers of LinkedIn. These are 49 amazing hooks. So if you want hooks, let me share this right now with you guys. I like giving everything away. I'm gonna give this to you guys as my little gift to you right now. I'll just paste this in the chat so you guys have it. I just shared this with everyone. Okay, so there's a spreadsheet. You can download this, whatever. These are all the hooks. These are the hooks, okay? All organized for you on a spreadsheet. Little gift. By the way, do you guys gifts, right? I love gifts in the chat. I don't hold back. Again, I literally give it all away because I know that the right people will want to be able to get all the different hacks. I literally have, I wrote down, I was in bed the other day and I literally wrote down 99 LinkedIn hacks. And that's not all the hacks that I have, but 99 the most relevant LinkedIn hacks for 2025. 99 of them. And I said, I want to create a crash course called 99 LinkedIn Hacks Crash Course. Did you guys hear about that I wanted to do this? And I posted a post on LinkedIn and I said, if 100 people say they want the crash course on this post, then I'll make the course. But I'm not going to sit down and make a whole course if I don't have 100 people that say they want it and pay for the course. And I would only charge like 99 bucks or whatever. It wouldn't be much. It would just be a couple dollars. I love the gifts. Joe loves giving them. Sign up. You won't be disappointed, Dr. Devora says. Thank you, Dr. Devora. David says, what mistakes are on the post? I just shared what the mistakes were on the post. Number one is he had a link. That's the biggest mistake. Number two is his hashtags were together. Do you see that? It looked like spam. He didn't do it correctly, and he used more than 3 hashtags. I don't recommend using more than 3 hashtags. Either way, hashtags are dying, but it's still good to include them, but it's not necessary. And if you're going to do it correctly. You never put a link. You can never put a link on LinkedIn. You could put a link on LinkedIn, but you don't want to do it within the first 24 hours. You can always go back and edit your post, or you want to put your link in the comments of the post. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But that'll get us away from the topic of the day, which is how to get clients, the ultimate sales navigator workflow from prospect to close in record time. Guys, this is not a joke. This is your livelihood. So if you don't have the strategies, the skills, the technologies to be able to do this, it's not just going to happen automatically. And turning conversations into clients without being pushy is my way of doing things. I hate being pushy. I hate it. I hate being pushy. I hate pushing people to do things. I love educating people, inspiring them, connecting with them, and building a real relationship with them. So that's kind of like what I do. That's what I do. And my goal is to just connect with 1,000 people and build real relationships. I have 30,000 connections, but most of them ignore me. Yeah, I just put this in the school. I put a link to the school community where you guys can put your notes in. I was curious to know if you guys are in the community already and you want to leave a note. We have 806 engaged LinkedIn users, and we have many dozens of people that are trying to get into the community that I swat like flies. Stay away. Stay away. You're not really an engaged LinkedIn user. You don't even have a LinkedIn account. So everyone that's here was vetted that has a LinkedIn account, that's active, that's engaged. Many of them are clients. Many of them are really serious. So I put a link in the chat to this community, and you guys can go in here and put your notes in. What was your number one takeaway? Put them in here. Catherine says, can you repeat what is wrong with 3 hashtags? Nothing is wrong with 3 hashtags. What's wrong is if you have like 10 hashtags. It's not best practice to have lots of hashtags. This is not Instagram. But guys, go ahead and leave a comment on this post if you can with your takeaways. So this way we can kind of crowdsource all the takeaways. No links on posts, Andrew said. Thank you, Andrew. And if you're pending on the community, like if you registered for school and you're pending and you're still not in, just write pending and I'll let you into the community. But this is a great way for us to kind of all connect with each other. And then you can click on calendar in the community here, and then you can see all the events that we're having. So next week at 12 p.m., I'm doing the Influencer Summit recap. We had an Influencer Summit event where we took the top 9 influencers of LinkedIn and we interviewed them to ask them all their secrets. You guys remember we did that? That was a couple weeks ago. Well, the replay is available now for all the people that have the bundle. So if you need the bundle, just say I need the bundle. And I'm also having I'm having one of my, so somebody's like, "Hey Joe, can you schedule posts on LinkedIn through unlimited digital marketing?" Yes, I'll show you how you do that. It's really easy. And you can actually schedule it on every platform. So if I'm on unlimited digital marketing, I'll just quickly show you how to do that because people are really curious. You click on marketing. You see that? And then you click on new post, create a new post. And then you click your social account. So you can choose whatever social account you want. So let's say I want to do it to TikTok. I'm just going to do TikTok right over here just for the sake of it. And then you can select the video file that you want. So in this case, I can select a video file. I can upload one, or I can select one that I already have. So let's say, for example, I want to upload this Richard van der Blom one. I double click on it. It uploads the file. Once the file is uploaded, I can double click on it, and the file gets loaded right over here. You see that? I loaded the file. Now I can play the file if I want to watch it. Or I can just post it, and I can post it directly to TikTok. And I can have Evie AI write me the thing, or I'm going to do allow people to comment, duet, and stitch. And I'm going to say, did you attend the LinkedIn Influencer Summit? Question mark. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it right to TikTok. I'm going to hit post now. And it just posted to TikTok. You see that? Now, if I want to clone that video and post that video, say, to somewhere else, let's say to YouTube Shorts, I just press clone. See the way I'm hitting clone? And then I can just select, instead of TikTok, I could uncheck this and I can select YouTube. I just have to reconnect my YouTube. It's telling me to reconnect it. So I'm going to go here and hit reconnect, reconnect, reconnect my YouTube channel, reconnect my YouTube channel, connect, continue, continue. Okay, now it's verified. Same thing with my LinkedIn. If my LinkedIn expired, I hit reconnect, reconnect. Wants my password, I give it my password. I hit continue. Tells me it's the wrong password. I continue as Joe on LinkedIn, on Google. Okay, now my thing is connected. So now I can post it here. So I can connect literally everything if it gets disconnected for whatever reason. I can go back to the social planner. Now, do you guys see the way this is already on TikTok? I can click on clone. And now instead of TikTok, I could uncheck TikTok. I could check YouTube. I can make it a short, or I can make it a regular video. I can copy the text from here, paste it in here, and then just hit post, post now. So I just published a video to YouTube. Now I want to publish it to LinkedIn. Do you guys see how quickly I'm doing this? If I want to publish it on LinkedIn, I can manually publish it, or I can do it from here as well. I can hit clone and publish it right there. I can publish a short. I'm not going to do it now, but guys, using technology will change the game for you. And being able to have a process for how you do what you do and getting the support that you need. We meet every single week in our community at 5 p.m. And Rick is there. And Evan is there. And we have dozens of people that are meeting together. The app for scheduling is called Unlimited Digital Marketing.com. There's 2 D's in it. Any tips about emojis or icons on a LinkedIn post? I got plenty of tips. Make sure that when you're writing a LinkedIn post, you're writing it for the reader first. That's what I would tell you to do. Write it for the reader first. So if your readers like emojis, then add emojis. If your readers don't like emojis, because there's a billion people on LinkedIn, only 100 are going to see it. Maybe 1,000 are going to see it. Maybe 2,000 are going to see it. So I really want you guys to consider and think about how you're putting yourself out there for people in a way that they're actually interested in you. That's the key. Think about people. Now, if you want the replay, this replay is going to be available. I have an AI automation call coming up. You can go to highenergyzoom.com. That's where it's going to be. I got to end this so I can start that. highenergyzoom.com. That's where we're doing it. It's a call that we do twice a month to teach people automation, AI automation specifically. So if you guys want to join me there, that's where I'm going to be. It's a private community, but you guys can join. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Boom.